Very, very welcome to News Libre Sports. There's so much that has been happening in the world of Formula One, and we saw Sebastian Vettel last week going to leave, that is Ferrari, at the end of the season. But in an interesting turn of events, we've seen that Carlos Sainz will be joining Charles Leclerc, and then, of course, the other is that Daniel Ricciardo will be joining, that is McLaren. But what's also more interesting is that Renault could be signing that is Fernando Alonso. Remember, Fernando Alonso retired from Formula One in 2018, but the news that is going around is that he could be making an interesting U-turn to come back into the sport. Now, we want to talk about that is Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz has been arguably one of those drivers that has been in the industry for 5 years. He would be making 6 years in the 2020 campaign. Should the season kick off. But when you look at all this, he's not really achieved as much as many would have hoped to have seen him achieving, and we are hoping to see if it is the case of a car that has not been good for him, or if it is just that he's not really the kind of driver that Ferrari needed. But one thing that we know is Ferrari have definitely gotten the man that will be able to give Charles Leclerc the support that he needs, and also the other factor that we've seen is that he's a good number 2 driver, and given the kind of experience that he has in Formula One, he certainly knows what it means to be the number 2 or what it means to be the number 1. So he's going to offer the team that aspect, and we wait to see what will happen at the end of the day. For Ferrari, it's a win situation. That they have 2 young drivers. Both of them have no championship in their belts, but what the interesting bit is they both seem to be very, very good. For Charles Leclerc, he gets to have that number 1 position at Ferrari, and he gets to have a chance to go at the likes of Mercedes come next season. And with a car that has been designed to perfection by Ferrari, of course we don't know whether it is to perfection yet, but from what we saw during practice prior to the start of the season of 2020 season, one thing that we are very certain of is that the car is much better than we saw last season. There's a little bit of reliability because they really try to test the car in terms of reliability, and the hope is that it is the car that will be able to give Charles Leclerc, with his aggressiveness, with his goodness behind the wheel, to be able to challenge for the title. It's me, Moses Achodo. Until next time.